Alright, the bugs are out of groups, so whatever they lose now is gone. So hopefully we can make a dent in all of their stuff before the timer and the points are up. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that, but let's hope for the best. Oh, and there's... Alright, now we're kind of pushing it. Alright, welcome to the Idiot Brothers. This is the Idiot Brothers Akari here, and today we're going to be playing Home Wars. Obviously, the channel has been dormant for the past 3.5, 4 years. Um, Me and a couple other people are coming back together, and we're going to be reviving the channel, or bringing it back, so I figured what other better way to start off with than the channel's bread and butter, and that would be Home Wars. This game apparently was supposed to stop receiving updates some odd years ago. It has received numerous updates in the past year. So we're gonna get in. We're gonna check it out here. We're gonna see if some of the old cheese strats still work. And yeah, so let's get right on into this new campaign here. All right, so let's see. Now we could do the bridge, but I think that's just too easy at the moment. So I think we're actually going to do double hallway. Double hallway typically is pretty challenging, especially because we're going to be cranking all of the settings up to max. I'm hoping my computer doesn't have an aneurysm while I'm doing this. I'm not going to touch the enemy's health, and I'm not going to touch the enemy's attack. There's no reason for that. That would make the game way too difficult. At least I'm a little rusty here, so not looking for that level of difficulty here. But we're just going to do one day, one night. Well, actually, let's just make it always day. I don't think the day-night cycle really matters. So we're going to do a turn every day. We're going to start, obviously, at the base year, 2017, and we're going to get started. Alright. I'm not going to read this. I'll leave it up here for a second if you want to pause the video and read it. Otherwise, I'm just going to... Let's kick some asses here. I've played this game before. Don't necessarily need to go through this tutorial at all. So, let's see what we're working with here. Alright, so... Bugs are over here, or they start over here. Looks like they have easy access to the hallway here. We're going to want to take this point, this, and then it seems like we're going to want to try to hold here and here. Maybe make a push for the bathroom initially. We're definitely going to want to stop them from getting too far in. Probably, like I said, we definitely want to hold right here. We definitely want to hold here. We don't really want to give them this extra point, but we might end up having to early on. So let's get into our base here. So we're going to manage it. Typically what I do is one plastic factory. We're going to build that. One metal factory. That. We are going to need batteries, so power station. That'll eat into our chemical materials. We won't be able to build anything on the first two turns, which is going to... it's going to hurt a little bit, but I think this is going to be essentially necessary to get us on our feet here. I want to make sure that we have a good turn 2 and 3 so we can get to pushing. So we're going to end day. They haven't pushed out yet, so I think we should be good. Ammunition. We're going to get some small calibers, I think. Never hurts to have a surplus of small caliber ammunition. Right now, all we can recruit is light riflemen. At least until we go to the unlocks, and here we go, we got the light rifles. We're probably going to want to invest in the marksman. And the supply truck. And also the sapper. We can't get the sapper at the moment, obviously. We don't have the points for it, so we're going to want to go into our headquarters here. We're definitely going to want to pick up a military academy. We can't. We don't have enough resources for it this turn. So we're just going to end our turn there, I think. Do we have enough for an army? So marksmen are 55, plastic. I think we hold off here. Let's try to get a ball rolling. All right, we're gonna keep an eye on the bugs. So they did cap that point now, which means we are going to have to push. So let's do 5 of those. Let's get 20 riflemen, and let's throw in 3 supply trucks for good measure. We're going to create that army. So now we're going to get this point. That's going to start giving us resources. We're going to want to get the extra points pretty quick here. So that stall tells me that the bugs are on the move. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get this army moving here. Get these extra resources so we can turn them into our refined resources up here. Headquarters. How much was an academy? 1,000. So we are going to have to wait at least one more turn before we can get that. How are we doing? So we're positive on everything but rough metal. We should be positive next turn for rough metal. Simply because we're taking another point. Let's see here. Close. I think we're just going to save this round. We're going to get that military academy. These guys are going to take that second point there. And then we're going to try to make a push for this and this. And then we're going to try to hold there until we can get at least a 3rd or 4th army going here. Yep. So it seems like they probably have 2 armies from 2 separate pushes there. Alright, let's manage this headquarters, shall we? Definitely want that military academy. Absolutely necessary. We are going to want to get another plastic factory very soon. We still can't really afford another army at the moment. We are going to need to get sappers as soon as possible, though. So basically, next turn, we're getting sappers. Yep, because they've already pushed up there. So definitely going to need sappers. We're going to lose a lot of territory if we don't get them. So unlocks here. The sapper, unlock it, hands down. Let's recruit some. Sappers are a little bit on the expensive side. We don't technically need 3. Let's do 2 instead. So these guys are just going to come up here and join this army. We obviously have to come back here. These guys can't move yet. So we're basically going to be stuck here for 2 turns. We can't really afford another army at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're just going to end our turn here. The bugs will probably end up pushing these 2 points, which is not great for us. Or they'll head in here. I'm not 100% sure yet. Alright, so they didn't make a push, so that's good. Alright, so we're going to get those sappers in that unit. This will help us hold. So we're going to get both of the sappers in there, eliminate the other army. We're definitely going to want to get more plastic per turn at this point, so we're definitely going to want to build a plastic factory. The next building we build is going to have to be a power station because we are almost out of batteries per turn. We are good on ammunition for now. Yep, we are good on ammunition. I don't see spare parts, so we are probably going to want to... You can't invest in any spare parts at the moment. Alright, so we're stuck here for a turn. Let's end the day, see where they go. If they go here, we're going to have to make a push for it, because this is going up very, very quickly. They did make a push there, so we are going to have to make a move for it, so we are going to have to get up there. Alright, so we're going to have to attack it. We got 28 groups of flyers, we got 36 groups of ground, so we're just going to have to fight it. At least we're in a hallway, which means it'll be easy to funnel everything, basically. It does look like we are on defense. So we are going to hit reinforcements here. We're going to get 2 supply trucks, get our sappers down, and then get our marksmen down, and of course get all of our light riflemen down. That leaves us with plenty of battle points. We're going to hit start battle. We're gonna get these guys up there. Get these trucks up there. And then we're gonna have the sappers do their thing. Ooh. Alright, shift does that now. So build that. Gonna have to be careful with our battle points here. It looks like we have quite a significant amount of battle points, so we're gonna actually just... We're gonna really get the defenses going here, and then we're gonna barbed wire on top of all the glue. We're gonna put down our bomb shelters, or our BW shelters, get our flyer to help take care of the flyers. We're going to put some glue on the flanks just in case. We don't want them getting to our supply trucks. Let's see. Put some more shelters down. Alright. Get some on top of our supply trucks just in case. Oh, we're out of battle points. Alright, so we're going to get all those set up. Let's see. Can I select you? There you are. Control 1. Alright, so we're just going to have our sapper BR1. This sapper's just going to sit back here. He's kind of just... Alright, so we got that up there. I think he's almost done placing all of our structures. And we have massive incoming, which the marksman should start to take out. Yep, so... Yep, our marksmen are going to do some work. That should build up our battle points. This sapper's just going to kind of chill in the back. This sapper's done, so we're going to chill him in the back. And now we let them come. Since we are on defense here, we don't need to go push, which thank goodness, because honestly I don't like pushing all that much, especially against this amount of bugs. Now, as the bugs walk over our barbed wire and our glue, obviously they'll take damage. As you can see here, they were kind of on our flanks a little bit. They should go down pretty easily. We're probably going to want to get an army of just marksmen going down. We're also probably going to want to invest in some artillery next. Scout cars also very helpful since they have the 12-7 ammunition. Very good for this. Very good going into T2 bugs as well, which we'll probably see pretty quickly, unfortunately. Yep, that is, we're just gonna ×4 it here because I'm fairly confident we should be able to do just fine here. How we doing on supplies? Alright, so you've still got 6, and you've got 844. Alright, so we're doing fine on supplies at the moment. We may have taken out all the air bugs. Obviously, I wish I could see more. But sadly, that is just not the case. They barely just took out the front line. Yep, it looks like... Yep, so they're all down. So hopefully that army's taken out. We'll be able to reestablish, or we'll be able to establish our front line. As you can see, our marksmen basically, even though there was only 5 of them, did literally half of the work. Sappers did the majority of the work, though. Sappers are, and have always been, very OP. So we have 1,700. We can invest in the headquarters some since we just took that army out. So we're going to invest in a power station, get that online. At this point, I feel like it might be necessary to invest in a metal factory. Obviously, we can't do so at the moment. We don't have enough metal. We can't invest in a plastic factory either, so we're going to be waiting a turn on that. So we're just going to close that management panel there. We're going to look at it. So we're going to end the day here. More than likely, we'll probably see another army come attack this point. Hopefully not. Yep, there they are. So we've got 2 bug armies here. How are we doing on nest level? They're already halfway through nest level 1, which is... Oh, no. No, no, no. That is not what I wanted. Alright, so that is probably all ants. Which means we are going to have to recruit a new army this turn. I really wanted to get more metal down, but it looks like that's just not going to be the case. So we're going to do 2 supply trucks. Obviously, we're going to do 2 sappers as per usual, and then we're just going to fill the rest with marksmen. They're better in every way than light rifles. They have more HP, better range, better just everything. So obviously, we're probably not even going to use the light riflemen anymore. They're pretty much obsolete at this point. So we're going to just, and I forgot to hit recruit. Anyway, so we're going to create that army. We are absolutely going to defend here. Fight it. Since it's all ground bugs, odds are it's just going to be a lot of sappers. So we've got infantry. We're going to get our sappers down. Vehicles. Get our 2 trucks, infantry, and then we will get the rest of our marksmen down. So plan here is base has to be defended. So we're going to get these guys out. We're going to get our barbed wire up. Gonna get these guys on our hotkey 2. We're gonna get them moved up. We're gonna get the sapper on hotkey 1. They should start attacking anytime now. I really don't want them. I don't know what they're doing. I really want them up by the lines. We are gonna have to make a push for this one. We cannot just sit back on this one, obviously, because we have to take out their base or their anthill, however you would like to put it. So I kind of want them grouped up with the. So we're actually going to move them to 3. We're going to put the supply trucks on 2. We're going to get them lined up. This is really not where we want them, so we're actually going to move them over here. We're going to get these supply trucks over here. Obviously, we're not going to want them. Don't know why my sapper is not moving. I keep forgetting that shift is not the key that it used to be. Alright, so now we're going to get bug slaughtering going on here. Gonna set those to hotkey 1. And now we just watch as they swarm the place. Now, despite a majority of the work being done by the sappers, which is inevitable in this case, yep, we are definitely not going to want them to not run over those, so we are actually going to move over this way, just to make sure. Get the supply trucks over there. I don't know why the supply trucks are being fidgety today. There we go. Get the sappers over here, so some of them, so it splits them up a little bit, because obviously we can repair them. However, typically you won't be able to. Enemy's too close. They're starting to overcome our defenses there, so we're going to move over here, let them kind of spread out the damage a little bit, because that one's about to go down. I don't know what they're doing, but they need to be moving over here. That's not good. I'm not sure what our guys are doing here, but this is not good. I think we just lost this fight for no good reason other than the fact that our guys would not obey commands. So we're actually going to put it down to ×1. Because at this point it is a sapper battle. Since it is quite clear to me that I'm going to have to play on ×1 if I want to deal with commands in an orderly fashion. As long as we have our sappers, we should be good. The enemy is running out of reinforcements. Alright, they should be out of reinforcements. Now we're going to go bomb that hive. It's going to take us a hot minute to walk over there. We got one chasing us. We'll just plop that down, let them walk through it. So that could have gone far better. That being said, so that was a lot of losses. Really could have been avoided. Had commands had been properly followed. Obviously, they did not. As you can see, the marksmen actually did a bulk of the work, which kind of makes me sad that we no longer have them. So this army is going to have to wait for reinforcements. Obviously, we're definitely going to have to defend here. Hopefully, it's another straight defense mission. Really easy to handle. It is. So we've got 90 seconds to prepare our defenses here, which means obviously we do the old sapper trick. We only need one sapper for this. Plop down all our light riflemen. Plop down our marksmen. Get our supply trucks down. Start battle. We're going to get them to the front. Really don't know why the AI is being weird. Alright, so we're going to get our sapper up here, obviously. We're going to do our glue. Followed by our barbed wire. I'm just going to ×4 it for setup. I thoroughly believe that my guys should be able to handle the flyers no problem. We deal with the ants on the ground. Be a lot easier that way. We just put our sapper there. And here they fucking come. That is not great. They are basically ignoring my guys and are heading straight for the outpost. That's not good. So I should have put some over here. Obviously I can't now. This might be bad. I might lose my outpost. Hopefully I deal a lot of damage to them at least. That's not good. Yep. Alright, so lost that fight. It's not the end of the world. We didn't lose anything. They lost quite a bit, obviously. Next time I'm going to definitely prep a little bit better for that. So we're just going to return and attack it. Same thing, sapper, marksman, vehicles. We're just going to do this time. We're going to start. Alright, I deployed less troops this time. Obvious. We're just going to want more sappers, or more sapper placements, since they go straight for the base and they don't really go for the troops, so it's best we just kind of all in on the defenses a little bit. Let the marksmen deal with stuff. Set him to 1. I have no intention on really moving anything, so we're just going to ×4 it. Ready? Okay, so we're basically dealing with the leftovers. They're coming from over here, so obviously, hopefully they will not just go around this time. Yep, they're not just going around it this time, so now they're going around that side. Not great. We're going to get our riflemen deployed just to deal with the flank. Because they are definitely hitting that flank pretty hard. Alright, looks like we took them out. Alright, so that army's taken out. I believe that was 2 armies, actually. So they did some damage. Not going to worry too much about it. So now we can take that room. We're definitely going to need to look at getting some more unit unlocks here. Definitely going to want the heavy MG at this point. Here they come again. We're probably going to see a lot of that. So let's get the metal factory going, since we have good enough on power stations. So we're going to get that metal factory up and running. That'll give us 33 per turn. We're going to go look at our unlocks here. So machine gun is 120, sniper is 80. We could do sniper. Sniper is decently good for hitting tier 2 bugs. Not as great at hitting all of the tier 1s like the marksman is. Machine gun is just great at everything. At least for defenses, defense-wise. We're definitely going to want to look at getting this recon vehicle here. It's quite an important vehicle. We're also going to want to look at getting some artillery. Aircraft, we're not going to get too much into right now. I'm not going to do any of these damage multipliers. I don't ever really deal with them in person, so obviously not a priority at the moment. So small caliber, we're actually going through small caliber quite quickly, but we still have more than enough. So yeah, right now they have just, they're pushing it. They are really pushing. So, ooh, let's see. So we're getting 15 rough plastic. We're actually losing rough metal, which sucks. We're definitely going to need to cap something here. So we are going to have to, we're definitely going to have to get an army up and running here. So, well, we have the sappers already, so let's get 2 supply trucks, fill the rest out with marksmen, and then we're going to have to, so we're going to just kind of get the sappers over there. We have an extra army now. We're going to get them up to the front lines as quickly as possible. We are going to have to defend, which means more sapper shenanigans, as per usual. At least in the early game, there's going to be a lot of sapper shenanigans. So, reinforcement, infantry. Let's get our sapper down. Put down our 5 marksmen. We're just going to do 1 truck for now. We don't need more than 1. We're going to start. We're going to get our guys up there. And then we are going to get on with the sappering shenanigans. We're definitely going to spread it out a little bit more this time, just to give more coverage to our overall front line. That'll help us out significantly with dealing with the spread of bugs. So we are just gonna... Alright, so we actually have a ton of leftover battle points, so we're actually going to get some on the sides here. We're going to get our shelters up. Make sure that we can deal with all of the air units as they come in. Get our riflemen in the center here by our truck. And we're going to times for it while our sapper sets up. Obviously, control 1. Alright. Can we stick down an extra set of glue? I'm going to stick down an extra set of glue just so it's there. Here they come. They're spreading out, just like I thought. Our marksman will help deal some damage, but obviously most of our work is going to be done via the sappers. At least until we can get some actual heavy units up and operational. Which, again, that will be when we get the HMG, the scout car, and the howitzers, specifically. Looks like we're actually about to lose our front anti-flyer cage here. Let me see if I can repair it. Enemy's too close for repairs. That's fine. There's a new game coming out soon from the same developer that made this game. You could see it on the intro screen. It's called the Home Wars Battlefield, which apparently adds the dinosaur faction to the game. Definitely very interested in that. Definitely going to want to play it when it comes out. Probably will throw it up on the channel. So that's something to look forward to. So we're just going to attack it. We can walk over it because there's nothing there. It becomes our point now. We're now getting refined resources out of it. We really need to get that next army up to the front pretty quickly, because at this point we're on the back end of things, and we really need to start pushing forward, because they are just going to keep coming, and it is not going to be great for us if we keep staying on the back end here. So let's get this army moving. Let's manage our headquarters. Definitely going to want to get some intelligence. Obviously, we can't afford that right now. We just don't have the resources for it. We're probably going to want to get another plastic factory, because we have more than enough plastic, rough plastic. Well, we're actually kind of low, or we'll be low on it if we do, but we can capture a point with the second army that we send out, obviously. So let's get that second plastic factory up. We're definitely going to want to get another Metal Academy here very quickly. We just can't afford one as of this moment. It'll take us at least 2 turns to get one. Go to support. Oh yeah, we need that stuff first. So unlocks, general. We're definitely going to need an observer at some point. I believe we can pick up the howitzer now. So the howitzer is going to be a fairly good fire support for us here, so we're gonna pick it up. Then we're gonna head on, and we're actually going to make an army dedicated to it. So we're gonna head into recruitment here, recruit a new army. Let's see, we're gonna want 2 supply trucks, 3 supply trucks actually. Artillery pieces. Well, okay, we can't recruit that big of an army right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave that like that. We're just gonna end our. Oh no, wait, we have to defend. So we are gonna do our defense here. It looks like there's not as many flyers as there are ground troops. So, okay, so this one we actually have to be offensive about, which basically means we are going to have to push. So we're going to need all of our infantry for this. We're going to need our marksmen for this, and we are going to need our sapper. The idea is we're going to have to just forward and grind and forward and grind. So this is what we're going to have to do initially in order to get anywhere. And then these guys need to hurry up, get up there, and cover the sapper while the sapper does his work. Because if we don't hold at least one of these points, we will simply lose before or by the time we wipe everything out. So we're definitely not going to be able to just sit back and chill out. So Control 2, Control 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. Our sapper is setting up. We're going to attempt to push. We have a fallback point should we need it. We are definitely going to try to get a forward post set up here if we can. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to. However, just simply based on what they just capped, and it's going to take us a hot minute to get up there. So I think we might have to back off a little bit. Alright, so it's flyers. Alright, so the flyers, pretty easy to take down. I'm not going to worry too much about them right now. It's the ground troops I'm going to worry about, because our riflemen and our marksmen can take the flyers down. Hopefully they can get them down before the ants come in. Well, we lost one already. That's not great. But we should be able to take the flyers down before more come in, I hope. That's not good. We're going to get under the anti-flyer nets to help us out here. Hopefully we have enough supplies to remain up here. We just don't have the pushing power early on to really plow through this. So obviously we're going to be relying on the sappers more than I would like to. And they're taking the point, so there's that. We do have a fallback point should we need it. Hopefully we shouldn't need it. How we doing on supplies? Alright, we're still good. This is a problem because we only have a sapper left. So actually, we're going to deploy the sapper. We're going to get him up there to cap that. We're going to put down some anti-flyer stuff to help cap that. And to help us hold it. Because at this point we are going to need to hold that. Otherwise we're going to be dumped on for points here, and that's not good. How we holding out on supplies? We still got plenty. Barbed wire still holding. Luckily we have that extra sapper to hold this point. Should be able to easily with those anti-flyer nets. Our extra barbed wire there is about to go down. Why? No, 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 no. Stay. Alright, our sapper, we are going to need more of these down ASAP, as soon as we can. I'm just spam clicking at this point until it lets me place them down. There we go. Stacking them does absolutely nothing other than double our damage, but it causes them both to take damage, so that's not good either. It looks like they are slowly running out. Obviously, that's good for us, but at the same time, there's just not much we can do here to really win this fight. So we are going to lose this fight, but we should take out their the army that is on these points. At this point, we have to push forward. We do not have a choice. And I think it might already be too late. And it is indeed too late to... Yep. Alright, so... Again, there just isn't that pushing power there in the early game. We took it. We won the fight at least. Well, we quote-unquote won the fight. So we can run it, walk it back over, regain the resources. That did give them some more resources, and that put them ever closer to T2, which is not great for us. But unfortunately, there's not much we can do about it. We need to get this other group up there. That'll give us the pushing power we need necessary to actually push. Because we need to capture these 2 points for resources. Excuse me. Yep, and here they come again. Yep, we definitely need that second army up there at this point. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Ah, boy. So the ants came again. This time, we can definitely make an army to counter that. So we're actually just going to get this second army up here because we need the extra firepower at this point to hold this point. We're definitely going to get our artillery this turn. So let's recruit a new army, head into our vehicles, get 3 supply trucks, pick up a lot of howitzers, and then fill the rest out with our marksmen. And get a sapper, except we can't. We're going to remove that unit. We are going to get our sapper in there, create that army. And then we are going to defend this point. This should be really easy to hold. Now that we have artillery. So reinforcements, vehicles, 1, 2, and 3. Infantry, let's get our 9 marksmen down, get our 1 sapper down. So the idea is same as the last. Gonna want one of those there. We are probably actually gonna really quickly run out of howitzer ammo. I did not buy any extra howitzer ammo, so we could actually have a ammunition problem here. Stick you on 1, stick you guys on 2, stick you guys on 3. Our sappers should hopefully be done by the time the enemy gets here. Actually, we're going to move these guys up so we can get the howitzers firing as quick as humanly possible. And now we need to get our sapper out of harm's way here. Howitzers are insanely good against these early game ant swarms. This will help us out significantly. Obviously, we're going to be using a lot of howitzer ammo at this point. I think I only had like 200 extra, so we are definitely going to have to buy more ammunition pretty shortly. Hopefully they stagger their fire a little bit more here. Oh yeah, that's what we want to see. We want as little damage done to those as humanly possible, so we can get our sappers up there quick. Oh yeah, there we go. Since we're killing, since those howitzers are doing absolutely amazing work. We're gonna stick it up to ×3. There we go. They should be running out of reinforcements here pretty shortly, I would hope. We'll see how much damage our howitzers did at the end of the fight. Should hopefully be a lot. How we doing? Alright, so we're still holding on ammunition. We still have plenty of supplies. Obviously, we're getting resupplied by our supply base here. So that's helping us pretty nicely. I am going to try to repair these where possible. Actually, it looks like they are out of reinforcements, so we are going to rush our sapper up there, and then we're going to go blow the hell out of that mound. Let's go! Alright. And the slow, arduous task of blowing up an anthill. Boom! Yeah, yep. Definitely better than our sappers at this point. So we're definitely going to want to get this army up there to reinforce. They are probably going to combine them with our first army. So that way we can get some fire support up here. We're going to run this defense, and then I think we're going to call it after this defense here. So we're actually going to fight this. That is a lot of bugs. Good lord. Alright, so this is another point mission, which means that we are going to have to sit our sapper right there. Get all of our marksmen up here. And deploy all of these supply trucks, and then we will have one extra sapper back here to help with our defense. So this should be mostly flyers coming at it. This will probably be, well, it's definitely going to be ants, so... And then we are going to want to get anti-flyer nets up here because a lot of their, a bulk of their, and then we have 5 supply trucks to make sure that we have enough supplies. So we're going to get you on 1. We're going to get you on 2. You're basically just going to hold this back point. I don't want any of these supply trucks being out of position. So we're going to try to get them all under the net. That is our sapper. We have enough battle points for an extra 2, so we're going to get those down. Because we have a lot of bugs here. And not a whole lot of ammunition. well, we've got plenty of ammunition. I mean, supply. We particularly, if we want to resupply, we have to run all the way back. We don't want to be doing that if we don't have to. We should have enough for a ninth one here in a sec. There we go. Alright, now, so definitely going to be a lot of flyers. Hopefully our marksmen will just be able to take most of them down. As you can see here, they're barely reaching us, which is good, because we are definitely going to want to get more of these down. So those are 40 apiece, which means every time we have 40, we're going to be plopping those down. We're definitely going to need more to hold against the ants. If we can hold at least 2, I believe we can take out all of their reinforcements before they get to us. Or before they finish getting their points. Obviously, it would have been more beneficial to hold the center point. However, that wasn't very realistic. Come on, just a little bit more points here. Alright, there we go. Alright, there are some flyers getting through. That won't matter too much. We have a bunch of anti-flyer stuff there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, there we go. We don't want them getting around our flank here. Obviously, we don't want to lose this if we don't have to. We might have to, depending on the way points go. I prefer not, but obviously that might not be in the cards for us here, since there are just so many bugs. That should be fine. I'm going to start worrying about this a little bit. We still got plenty of supplies. How are we holding? I wish we could repair that. I don't think we're going to be able to get a repair down on that. We're at a point where I don't think we can hold this flag. If the first 2 lines of this fall, before we get to be able to do repairs or be able to build more, I don't think we're going to be able to hold this, which would be an immediate loss for us. So, going to try to prevent that. But obviously that might not be in the cards for us due to just how many flyers there are. At least we can kind of sort of hold this one. It's gonna flip-flop many times, just due to game mechanics. Really wish we could do the repairs. Yep, looks like we're still maxed out. They still have 37 groups on standby. That's not great. Reinforcements. I think at this point we need to get the riflemen down. We need to get the extra fire support in there. We don't need this. We don't need the extra sappers at this point. I think we might lose a couple here just because I'm moving them. Okay, we got them in range of the supply trucks. Now we need to just take... We definitely need the extra firepower to help take out some of these flyers. Looks like our first one is completely down. They still have 17 groups and 1,000 on the battlefield. Meanwhile, we're only at 36. It doesn't look like we're going to be winning this fight. But on the bright side, it won't be a real loss either. They're going to get the resources out of it, obviously, but they're not going to gain the territory out of it, which is what we kind of need to go for at this point, and is the best we can hope for. Once we can get scout cars, we should actually be able to make some real progress. Obviously, that's going to take a hot minute, so don't expect that anytime soon. This truck should be running low. Oh, well, it's not. Alright, that's good. Alright, the bugs are out of groups, so whatever they lose now is gone. So hopefully we can make a dent in all of their stuff before the timer and the points are up. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that, but let's hope for the best. Oh, and there's... Alright, now we're kind of pushing it. Alright, the enemies on the battlefield are going down really quickly here. Good lord, man. Alright, how are we doing on our ground barbed wire? Alright, so we're still at 72 health. That's not going to hold for too much longer. How are we doing? 76. We're barely holding, but we're holding on. We're running out of supplies here in our supply trucks now. That's not great. Half health. Enemies are dwindling very quickly now, though. I think we're going to cut this out by the hair of our chinny chin chin, so to say. Because they've got 390 left. I think we've got enough supply in our supply trucks. In our troops, we haven't taken any losses. They obviously, hopefully we significantly reduce their number. I doubt it, though, since we are at 1.5 times basically everything. So this will get helped out a lot when we get our artillery up here, though, so that'll be nice. I think we're going to have to start making a push for it here very shortly, because they're at 302 points, and unless we start taking flag points, there's still a couple making it through. That's not what we want to see. Alright, it looks like they're running out, so it looks like we should be able to start pushing here, which is exactly what we want. Alright, we have to start pushing. Actually, I don't think it matters at this point. I don't think we're going to be able to get enough points to counteract. None of our guys can move and shoot, which is not great, to be honest. And we just lost that. I'm going to have the sapper move back and recap that flag. Obviously, we're going to lose this fight now. But at least there's almost no enemies left to give us issue. I believe we can attack it. Yep, we can attack it. Four groups of flyers. We should just be able to run straight down with our marksmen. Take them out, hands down. Shouldn't even be a issue. So we're just going to actually deploy all of our light marksmen and our light riflemen and our marksmen. And we are just going to start. We're going to ×4 it. They should just be able to do this on their own. Six enemies left with no reinforcements on standby. I think we're good at this point. So we're just gonna finish off whatever's left as we push. We are, at this point, the only ones left on the battlefield, so we're just going to push up, take all 5 points, and then we have to wait for the point timer to run down. Alright, there we go. That was an easy win against the three groups of flying enemies, obviously. Alright. We retook this point. We definitely want to get one more on it. So, overall, at the end of episode 1, we're looking pretty good. The nest will upgrade to level 2 probably in the next turn or two. Then we're going to have even more. We're definitely going to have to start building the higher powered units and start actually worrying about that. Um, but other than that, I'll see y'all in the next episode.